Let's begin. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my college dorm. Now today I'm going to be talking about the movie The Equalizer. This is a movie starring Denzel Washington as Robert McCall, and he does a fantastic job in this role. Washington plays a guy who has a very dark hidden past. We don't really see a lot of it in the movie itself, but we know that it's back there. We know that he has these really impressive fighting skills. And it's kind of like a guerrilla warfare type of fighting too. He just uses the environment around him and is able to kind of slow himself down, analyze situations kind of a Sherlock Holmes-y type of way, and just take guys out really quickly. And it's really cool to see. The action in this movie is phenomenal. And it just rarely slows down in this movie, and it's just great. Chloe Grace Moretz is the other kind of bigger name in this movie, and she is barely in the movie at all. That was kind of my main gripe with the film, is that the trailer made it seem like she was kind of a central part of the story, and then we barely see her in the whole thing. So she plays a woman named Terry who has dreams of being a singer, but she is involved in this prostitution ring, and she just can't get out of it, and it's a very bad situation for her. She befriends Denzel Washington's character, and one night she ends up in the hospital, and he decides to take revenge on these guys who have put her there. From there the story unfolds, and it shows him getting involved in a lot more stuff than he was originally planning to, and it's just a really cool movie. Jonas Gordon plays a guy named Robbie, and he is someone who works with Washington's character, and he is a very funny type of person. He's kind of a side character who has a small side plot in the film, but he's also really cool to see, and we get to see him involved in the story a lot more than I actually thought that we would see him in the movie. And I haven't really seen the actor before, but he did a good job, and he did well in the role. Then lastly, we have our villain. Martin Sokas plays a guy named Teddy. He is this big, evil guy who's a pawn of a bigger, eviler guy. He just comes down and rains havoc on Washington after he starts killing some of his men and disrupting his operation. And it's just a really cool villain. He's very dark, he's very just gun happy, and he'll just kill people just for no reason, and it's just very scary, and he is a very good villain, and the guy does a really good job acting in this role. The movie itself is very fast paced. It has action basically from the opening scenes where it's developing the story and introducing us to everything up until the very end, where it has this epic showdown between Denzel Washington's character and just a slew of bad guys, and it just was my favorite scene in the whole movie, and it was just done so very well in terms of how he took down the guys, and then also the music that was in this scene was just phenomenal. It set the tone really well. They could have easily just had it be a silent scene, but instead they put this really cool song that I don't know the name of in the scene itself. It just worked really nicely. The movie slows down for about 5 minutes somewhere in the middle, and so that wasn't really a huge issue. It just kind of is a transition between Act 2 and the finale, so it works really nicely. The only really slow parts in this movie are the beginning where it's setting everything up, the middle, like I said, with the transition, and then the very end. But besides that, the movie is really good. The action in this movie, like I said, is really well done. It's really fun to watch and look at. Denzel Washington's character just is a badass in this role, and he doesn't take shit from anybody, and I loved seeing it so very much. Like I said, my only real flaw with this movie is that Chloe Grace Moretz's character was very underutilized in the movie. Maybe they'll have her more in the sequel, which is currently in pre-production, I guess. First Maze Runner, now Equalizer. I guess movies are just coming out. I'm expecting sequels to be made. So that was my only real gripe. I wish I could have seen her more. Maybe we'll see her more in the sequel. But overall, those are my thoughts on The Equalizer. It was probably one of my favorite movies of the year. It was a very fun movie. It was action-packed. It had everything that I wanted it to have, and it didn't really make anything too cheesy or unrealistic, as much as you can get with this type of stuff. Those are my thoughts. Leave yours in the comments down below if you so choose. Did you like the movie more than I did? Did you despise it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Once again, if you so choose, I'd appreciate it immensely. And as always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell. And once again, keep on watching.